Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. It's Throwback Thursday and the set that I've chosen is the Flowing Flowers. I've always really liked this flower and the Just a Note. And I've paired it with Eden's Garden for the leaves. And I used a piece of the Wash in Beauty Designer Series paper. It's cut down to 1 inch by 5 1/4. So 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then I've got a piece of basic white, 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then a basic card base in the polished pink. So I will show you how I built the card. I'm just going to put some things off to the side and go from there. So what I did, this is a masking technique. So first thing I did is I stamped the greeting down. You can do this with your Stamparatus, or if you just happen to know where your how your greeting lines up. Just gonna ink that up, and I know I need to tip this just a little bit so that it comes out straight. It's just the way my stamp is mounted. And then I'm going to ink up my flower from the Flowing Flowers set. And I'm just going to stamp it right on the edge like that. So this one gives a nice soft pink with the polished pink set. Now, it's a masking technique. So I'm going to place this over top, just like that. I'm leaving a little bit show through so that I don't end up with shadows on my card. So I've got 2 different sets of leaves, and I'm just going to stamp them around like this, stamping right over top of that mask, just like that. And then I'm going to use the other one and come in and fill some leaves in, just nice sprays of leaves. And this one, I'm actually going to peel this one back so that I can put the spray of leaves on this side, like this. So there we go. There are our leaves. I'm just going to peel this off. And what you get is leaves with a really, really nice spray, a flower with a really nice spray of leaves in there. I want to do some blending, but the ink is still a little bit damp. It's just a little bit shiny, so I'm just going to place this down and use it kind of like blotting paper. I'm just using a tissue to blot up some of that ink. The other alternative is to do see, I've still got ink on the paper. The other alternative is to do your blending first. I had to do that on the gift tag that I did because you have to do blending first or else it blends everything. Okay, so I'm just going to take my Granny Apple Green and a blending pen. I'm going to get most of the ink off, and I'm just going to gently come in just to create that bit of a green halo around the flowers and the leaves. Just gives it a little bit extra. Okay, so that is done. And we're finished with all of the ink, so I'm just going to move them off to the side. And I've got a piece of the polished pink ribbon. You have 2 choices with this. You can put this down on your piece of a Wash in Beauty paper and put this around the whole thing, or you can just put it around the half. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to place this on here. I'm not going to stick it down, but I'm going to place it, and I'm going to use my sticky notes just to hold it in place, so that it's where I need to have it. And then I'm going to take some adhesive and I'm just going to run it down the one edge, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have this lined up. And I've just moved that. So much for lining things up. So let's just make sure that's stuck down. And I want to make sure that I'm lined up along this edge and everything is even. So I know where I need to be on this edge. So now I can just pop this off like this on either side. And I'm just a little bit uneven. So what I'm going to do, this didn't line up at all. Sorry. When I did it before, it lined up perfectly. So you never know what's going to happen in a video, right? So I'm just going to peel that off like that. We're going to take this out of play completely. And I know that I need to be about a ½ inch in. So I'm just going to line this up manually like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to put it all the way around. So then you can see the two different options and you can decide which one that you like best. I'm going to smooth that over because I do have enough room. And make sure that's straight. Just fold it back. That's really pretty with that ribbon around the edge. And then I'm just going to put adhesive on this. Yeah, I thought that was really clever when I lined everything up with the sticky notes on the card base and everything. Yeah, didn't work at all. It worked fine, like I say on the sample card, but if something's going to go wrong, it will go wrong in the video for sure. So I'm just going to put that down like that, and there we have our card. So you can put some bling on it if you like. This one I need to put in the mail, so I thought I would just leave it as is. But I hope you have enjoyed this Throwback Thursday using one of the stamps on one of the greetings from Flowing Flowers, and I've paired it with Eden's Garden and A Wash and Beauty, done it in Granny Apple Green and Polished Pink. So thank you so much for watching, and we will create together again soon.